Welcome to another episode of Life's a Beautiful Thing, where we speak of the beautiful lives of beautiful people who do beautiful things. I am your host Xavier Jones. I am here today with a very good friend of mine. This guy is everything. Writer, artist. I think the motherfucker do everything but dance. I seen the motherfucker do everything but spit on his head. To be honest with you, um, here my good friend. Just call him Rick for now.
For sure.
What's up, Rick?
Appreciate that.
No problem,
Never
brother.
got an intro before.
Oh man, it's crazy.
Mess with that. Appreciate that.
Say Rick is this picture behind me. Rick is responsible for this picture. Rick is responsible for about 75% of my images. Formally speaking, I just call him my illustrator. People are like, who's Rick? I just my illustrator. I don't got time to give you the details of who this motherfucker really is. I said
The guy in the chair.
the guy in the chair. I
Just the guy in the
said
chair.
you draw, you write, you rap, you do a little bit of everything. Uh, thanks for your artistry, man.
For sure. For sure.
So we gonna jump we gonna jump right into it. Since we was talking about it off air. Let's talk about it on air. What's your take on the Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick situation right now?
I mean, when everything, popped off, I mean, it's been brewing for a while. So I'm like I told you earlier, I'm looking at it like a movie trailer,
Mm-hmm.
coming attraction. Like, okay, this is gonna be interesting.
What's your normal take on rap beefs?
I mean, it's really, I don't know. I look at the whole competition with music. Music's music. It's subjective. Um, as far as like competition, it's good barbershop talk.
Mm.
But I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
subjective. I don't
yeah,
I don't really like lean on one side too much.
yeah.
And then like, it might be personal issues
Mm-hmm.
in the mix that we don't know about
Yeah.
when it comes to certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Biggie and Tupac thing, we knew that
That got
the,
deep.
the media kind of
Yeah.
they stirred that pot.
Yeah, and the media gonna stir whatever pot gonna keep them they
Right.
clicks and views.
So now in today's time, we're the media.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
we just doing the same
Yeah.
shit that they.
What are you seeing from like the bots online?
I mean, everybody, you got people picking sides and
Mm-hmm.
dropping memes and whatnot. But I'm just kind of looking at it from an objective perspective.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for just fresh music. That's it. I just want to hear dope music. To me, the competition is who can drop the dopest music,
Agreed.
the dopest album, the dopest single.
Mm-hmm.
Not really like trying to go at each other's necks unless something actually happened behind the
Yeah.
scenes that we don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna sit here and sit back and just
So
watch
right
it.
now with music, ain't nobody disrespect nobody, ain't nobody get
Right.
slapped or no other than random stuff. So at
Right.
this moment in time, it's about the music.
Yeah.
All right, let me stop a little bit so I can shout out my sponsors. Life's a Beautiful Thing. Season 1 is sponsored by the Culture Source and the creators of Culture Grant. We're just going to create some culture with some dope people. I'm gonna say one thing before I move on. Life's a Beautiful Thing is a one-man show. With the exception of my producers, I'm my own marketing, my own promotion, all that type of stuff. I've been saying some of these names wrong, and I apologize. I'm gonna have to fire the marketing guy, get some new people on the team because the other guy just wasn't worth a damn. Shout out to My Play Studios, record music, podcasts, all type of stuff. These are married, wholesome men, so don't come in here trying to record no shenanigans and no foolishness, because these men of God won't allow it. Come down to 3850 2nd Street, Suite 223, Wayne, Michigan. 3850 2nd Street, Suite 223, Wayne, Michigan. Send them an email at info@myplaystudios.com. Shout out to Mel Care. My little cousin does my hair real good. I don't know if she wants y'all niggas to have her number, so I'm not putting it out there. So just shout out to her because she do good work.
Just give them the Instagram or the Facebook.
She might not even want that. Niggas be cranky sometimes.
Oh, she got some lit clientele.
Shout out to House Loan Care. It's getting warm. We're gonna need some affordable, reasonable services. Hit up my boy House at 313-632-0483. Lastly, we got Enchanted Rose, and I apologize for butchering that name. We got Enchanted Rose. Enchanted Rose is a black woman owned small business run by Amanda Hill. Amanda creates high quality natural hair and skincare products such as rose water and hair growth oil. Amanda is connected to a team of healers who do various things. You can just Google Motor City Mobile Wellness, Healing by Choice, one of those two, and you'll find them. Look out for your needs. All right, and I'm back with my boy Rick. So Rick, like I was saying before, you do everything. I don't think I haven't seen you do a spin in your head. So tell
Uh,
me about your projects right now, or what
okay.
exactly you got going on.
I tried to spin. You know what I'm saying? That didn't work out too well. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stay out the hospital, but um, yeah, man. I just the main thing I started out with drawing, so I've been doing that since I was a baby. Um, like more recently, getting into like rapping, writing. I want to combine both of them, the
hmm
art and the rapping
Yeah.
into one thing. So that's pretty much what I'm working on. I'm
How
just coming up with the concepts,
hmm
the ideas,
how would you do that in 2024?
uh, patience, and discipline. I mean, there's multiple things going on at once. So like with the drawing, I feel like I got that. I'm still learning. I'm always teaching myself new things or whatever. So I'm always a student
Yeah.
with everything that I do.
hmm
Um, as far as the art, it's just conceptualizing, writing down ideas, and selecting time to actually do that.
Yeah.
Draw, film myself drawing, and then handle the rapping aspect. I record myself. I make my own beats and stuff.
hmm
Um, so just doing them at separate times.
Yeah.
Just trying to manage both of them, and then just take my time with what I'm doing, and the editing process and everything. So
So you a one man show over there by yourself too?
pretty much, yeah. Just
Yeah.
I mean, starting off. I mean, eventually, I would,
Is it?
maybe I can get these gentlemen,
Yeah.
to help out with some stuff or whatever.
Is
So
it?
for sure.
Is it?
But yeah, right now I'm just conceptualizing. I'm in the
Mm-hmm.
concept stage and just taking my time with it and enjoying it because it's just a lot happening
Yeah.
in life right now. So
Yeah. How
I
do you enjoy it with someone like I said as talented as you are? Because like you said, you're still teaching yourself, and I'm going to say this a few times, and I say it to you all the time. Like Rick is really good at this art shit, y'all.
I appreciate that.
Uh, if you ask him, I'm not an artist at all, so he'd draw a toilet seat, and I'd be like, man, that shit is cold. But he'd be like, bro, the toilet seat ain't right. Then he got back to the drawing board. Then he draw a lion. Like, bro, I don't even see where this came from. So how can
Oh
someone
man,
who's naturally so talented at it still be teaching themselves and having fun in the process?
taking your ego out of it
Mm.
because I think with any creative, and I don't look at like being creative as just being limited to like arts. Like what these guys do is art. Recording, setting this up, this is art to me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the mechanic is an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They fuck with cars.
Yeah.
That's their canvas. Um, what was the question again? I feel like I got lost on
No, you
my
good, bro.
brain. Oh, just
So
like keeping.
yeah, how does you said you keep your ego
Oh,
out of
staying
it?
yeah,
Yes.
keep them. Yeah, nah, I keep myself as a student.
Mm-hmm.
I don't pretend like I know everything.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that
Where
because
do you learn these things from?
I mean it's kind of like just spiritual teachings. I study all different types of religions and
Mm.
meditate,
Yeah.
and it's just the path of least resistance.
Yeah.
And I think the easiest way is just to always be a student, always be learning. You might see something new that you like tomorrow, and that might revolutionize the whole way you do things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
And what have you learned through studying these different religions?
uh, they're all saying the same thing,
Mm.
and I mean, multiple people are saying that. Shoot, we got Cat Williams, confirming it. Uh, they're all saying the same thing. It's just colorful language.
Yeah.
That's what separates them.
Yeah.
Colorful language, and I think the issue comes in from the interpretation or the perception of it. So, when you're dealing with society, everyone has a perception.
Yeah.
They're going to view it from their, I'm not going to say level, I'm going to say they view it from their frequency of perception.
Yeah.
So you got some people that read the words in these, in these, like, gospels or holy books, and they take it, as literal.
Mm-hmm.
You got some people that are on the frequency of looking at it as a parable. You have a select group of people that look at it purely as allegory, and they derive something from it, from it. And then you have another group of people that apply their own meaning to it completely. You know what I'm saying? So
Is that where you fall in? Where you just apply your own meaning and just apply it to your art and the rest of your life?
I mean, for me, it's truth first.
Mm-hmm.
What's the truth? And then I figure out how to relate it to what it is that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like that's to me, that's me being creative as well.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm always trying to be creative in everything that I do. From how I set the table, from how I dress or whatever. It's just everything's a creative.
It's a creative
expression.
process. Yeah, it's expression. Yeah. So do you consider yourself a person of one religion, or are you more so a spiritual person with knowledge of these religions?
Spiritual with knowledge.
Yeah.
I don't think I classify myself as any one thing.
Yeah.
I believe in a creator.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that there are universal laws. You know what I'm saying? And I think we all function on those laws. And I feel like the different religions are all saying the same thing, just with different crayons in the crayon box.
Yeah.
So
that's wild. That's a very interesting way to look at it. And I said that too. It's same thing, just a different color T-shirt.
for sure.
It's wild how people like fight for their opinion, like you said, at the even probably before we started. It's all subjective.
Yeah.
So I believe in this, so you better believe in it too. And if
Right.
not, you going straight to hell.
Right. And that's the challenge.
Yeah.
Is how you deal with it. For me personally, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of look at it like comedy. Like not like comedy, like looking down on somebody or anything like that. It's entertaining in my head to see how people interpret certain things.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it messed me up too, where I'm like, damn, like that's how you look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I may not agree with it, but I'm not gonna shun you for it.
Yeah.
You got the right to believe what you believe, as long as you're not harming nobody. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays people are harmed just by what come out.
No, facts.
So.
And how has these experiences and these teachings helped you navigate people in the world?
Well, not just understanding everybody's going through something. You can't, unless you're psychic, you can't predict what somebody's going through. I try to meet people where they are.
Yeah.
And not try to get too far ahead of them. I don't think I'm above anybody. I don't think I'm over nobody. We all on the same playing field. It's just what you choose to tune your frequency into.
Yeah.
Your focus, your attention. And that's what makes you.
Right.
So even with me, with doing art, I focused on art since I was a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to a certain place with that. With the music thing is the same thing, but it's more so thought. For me, it's thought. So it's just I tune into that frequency and I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be doing this because it's too natural. It feels too natural. So
yeah. What is the normal subject matter of your work?
As far as what, the artwork or the
both.
Both.
Well, let's start with the artwork. If Rick just drawn for Rick, what do you feel like drawing?
Women. I ain't gonna front.
That's
women,
why I fuck with this nigga.
Women, yeah. Women and I ain't, I'm not perfect at drawing women. Yeah.
See, that's the shit I be talking about. I'm gonna show y'all some pictures he drew, and they cold.
It ain't cold like I want it to be cold though.
It's subjective. It's all subjective.
Exactly. I could draw something now. I'm like, I hate that, and then show it to somebody. They be like, I'll pay you $1 million for it, and I'm like, word, okay. I don't feel comfortable giving you this for $1 million. Let me work on it a little bit more and make it worth that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a process, man.
And you.
But no, I'm sorry.
No, bro, you good.
Was asking me what I do, or the theme or whatever.
But you said women.
Yeah, women, and then kind of when when I'm talking about not just the religions, but just mindset, mental. That's kind of what I'm obsessed with.
Yeah,
just mental books about the mind, how to, focus better, memorize things, to be more efficient creatively. And it's going through tough times mentally I got obsessed with it, but I recognized the power in it when I became obsessed with it. Like my
Yeah.
mind did become better. And I'm like, yo, I kind of want to like do this with my artwork. So I like women, right? I want to incorporate, I want to mix all those things into like a big pot
Yeah.
and like put the message there. You know what I'm saying? It might be something with a chick, but the topic might be something to do with your mind.
Mm-hmm.
But I might use the woman as a metaphor
Yeah.
for it. So I want to do that artistically. I kind of like how a rapper does metaphors and bars. I want to do that with my artwork,
Yeah.
along with putting
Mm.
bars with it. So when I put that whole package out, to the world, for people to see, they're stimulated in multiple ways. It's kind of like
Yeah.
they like it's like overload. It's like I'm hitting you with bars, and I'm hitting you visually with the images that I'm drawing. So I want to put it all, mix it all together in a pot.
Yeah. That's dope.
That's what I want to do. So
And as far as the audience and the people from the outside, how do they normally react to your work?
I'll be honest. I mean, I get the people that do comment. I feel like you get a lot of people that watch you and they don't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I flicked on I don't know if y'all ever looked at it, like the Instagram business account
Mm.
where you can see the reactions and how people, look at your stuff. Like I turned that on, recently, and it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? You see how many people that follow you look at your stuff, even replay your, it counts the replays and
Yeah.
stuff, and you be looking, you be like, okay, this shit going off,
Mm.
but they ain't liking it.
Yeah.
I ain't got no likes on this thing.
Yeah.
And then like I ain't gonna lie, that'll mess with your head too a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, whereas you would think something I drew like Rick, that's amazing, and I'm like, it ain't good enough.
Yeah.
I might go back and retool it, but I try to separate that.
Yeah.
But that's what I peep with just with presenting it to people,
Mm-hmm.
and also I haven't had the consistency
Yeah.
I feel I should. Like once I become super consistent and I'm dropping on like maybe a weekly basis, or if I just gather up a bunch of work and just drop it back to back to back to back and see how that, influences,
Mm-hmm.
the interactions or reactions, then I'll really see. But for the most part, you get a lot of people that the odd thing is I get people, they'll tell me in person that my stuff is, they'll give me a compliment on something. They'll describe the picture from top to bottom. They're like,
Yeah.
man, you drew this and you did this dope. And then I'm like, word. And I'm like, okay. And I walk off and I'm like, that person followed me on Instagram. And I follow them. I
Yeah.
be liking their pictures. They don't like none of my pictures though. But they'll tell me in person though.
Mm.
But they don't want everybody to know that they like your stuff.
Yeah.
It's wild to me. So
Mm.
I think it really kind of boils down to once somebody that's deemed cool by the public
Mm.
fucks with you, then that's when everybody start fucking with
It's all a clout race.
you. Right.
Has is that how it works in the art game? As far as just like,
Art
I mean, because you do good work. So
for me is consistency.
yeah.
I know what it is for me.
Yeah.
I'm consistency and actually, putting my stuff out
Yeah.
there, like shaking hands and
Mm.
going to the galleries and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I'm still in the beginning stages because, to be honest, I'm just now figuring, like, everything's coming together for me
Yeah.
artistically, where I know the direction I want to go in with my art, the theme and everything. Like, even down to like the signature, I'm that intricate with it.
Mhm.
Like, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be my signature. This is how I'm gonna present it. Like, I'm real technical with all this stuff.
Yeah.
So all of that is coming together for me right now.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not in the midst of it yet, but I've been putting art out there here and
Mhm.
there or whatever. But in general, that's the reaction that you see, and I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, it's wide. It's open ended as far as how you can get put on or get attention, because all it takes is just talking to the right individual.
Yeah.
That one individual might have the following, where
Yeah.
they just like, yo, check this dude out, and that's it. That's
Yeah.
all it takes sometimes.
What kind of attention do you want?
I more so I want the not just people saying, "Oh man, you dope, y'all cold," like that's cool. Like it, I purposely in my mind don't respond to that.
Yeah.
Like I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that. I'm like, thank you. I appreciate that. But again, the ego. Like I'm
Yeah.
not sitting there like, oh yeah, I'm stomping on all other art. I'm like, no, It's nothing like that. I more so want people to get something from the art,
Mm.
like the message that I'm trying to convey,
Yeah.
or even if they can formulate something that can help them in their life, and they could take that with them,
Mm-hmm.
and it just sparked by just looking at my piece of artwork.
Have people told you like, Rick, this inspired me, or I got the message, or even if I didn't get the message, I got something from it? Are you getting those messages yet?
I mean, with the art, I'm still in the process of,
Yeah.
still
I just
creating it.
mean from like the Instagrams, the stuff you tease. Are people like getting the message yet?
Yeah, you got some people they like, oh man, that's cold. Like I know, but I know those people
Yeah,
individually,
yeah,
so I
yeah,
know
yeah,
that they're
yeah,
tuned into a certain frequency or whatever. So I'm like, okay, they're looking at it and they might derive something from it, but I
mm-hmm.
haven't asked yet. I want to wait
Yeah,
till like I get a lot of stuff out and then like take a consensus
yeah.
and then go from there.
How would you go about doing galleries and stuff like that? Like, what type of which fraction of your work would you like to see out in public like that?
Well, let me see. I don't know if I want to like put this on the air because you got people that might steal your stuff or whatever, other artists and stuff. But at the same time, but you can't be me. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like you can do it your way, but you can't be me. So that's how I look at it. Um, Essentially mixing both together, the music and the
Mm-hmm.
art, like where you see the art in the gallery. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm looking at a QR code right now, but that's kind of like the idea I'm kind of going for.
Yeah.
Slap a QR code on a piece of art, and it take you to the
Um.
YouTube video of that piece of art being created
Yeah.
while I'm spitting bars.
Yeah.
So the person is looking at the art on the wall. They might have their headphones on or their phone, and people gathered around the phone, and they see me sketching that piece of art and seeing it come together, and you getting bars with it.
Nice.
That puts the whole piece together.
Nice.
So that's the vision
Yeah.
as far as like a gallery and just products in general. That's what I want to do. I want it to be where people can like, have an online store. People can
Mm-hmm.
come through and purchase the pieces that really resonate with them.
Yeah.
And then I might do exclusive, one-offs or whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And Rick, where'd you learn all this stuff at? Did you go to college anywhere?
nah, no college.
I knew he didn't go to college nowhere, y'all. I was just saying that to
I
boost
mean, I
up the
ain't.
conversation.
Yeah, nah, I ain't got nothing against college or
Uh,
anything like that. But nah, I
I
was I was so ready to get the hell out of high school. Like
yeah,
school, like the school setting for me
yeah.
personally, it was just like I mean, I've been blessed just with
Mm-hmm.
like jobs and stuff of that nature. So, but nah, like schooling. Now I have went to like arts schools, like
Mm-hmm.
my elementary school to high school. Like they taught art and they taught me all the fundamentals that I needed to know to even have an idea of what I wanted
Yeah.
to do. So, I definitely have to attribute it to that. So,
And I just say that because he told me a couple weeks ago we was kicking it. He said I ain't never been to college before. And you lying because I'm gonna show you all his work. It looks like somebody really taught this man how to do it. So if anybody asks me, this nigga went to Harvard, y'all. Uh, just the way I that's just the way I play it.
I appreciate it though.
No problem, G. And what inspires you to rap? Like where did those influences come from?
Just being a kid and loving the sounds. It started with just making beats. So, like in high school, I got burnt out on drawing.
Hmm.
So, like my senior year, one of my friends in school, Jeremy, yeah, he had got like he got a MacBook, and he was bringing it to school, like bringing it to art class, and it had a garage band on it.
Nice.
So I just started tinkering on there. Like he'd just give me the laptop for that like that art period. And I
Yeah.
think I had completed like all my work for the year or whatever, and I just started messing around. Then I had a homie Kellen, shout out to them by the way, who actually made beats himself. Um, he played me something one day. We was sitting in art class, and he played me something. It was like Jay-Z rapping over like some different music or whatever, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, like, what's this? I ain't heard this before. He's like, oh, I made this beat. I just put a Jay-Z acapella on it or whatever. And I was like, oh, this is cold. And then he became, something like a mentor. Gave me
Yeah.
like FL Studio. I started tampering with that. And then eventually I landed on Reason. That's what I use now to
Yeah.
produce. And I was like making different beats and got a couple of placements here and there.
Nice.
I mean, it was still, amateur to me. It's amateurish or whatever. Like I'm still learning. But just I was making little moves, getting placements. People was messing with it, and like the response to like certain things, like just like even on the mixing side of it, it's like, oh, this don't even we didn't have to put nothing on this mix or whatever. It sound good, so it's kind of like confirmation. I'm like, okay, I'm in the right direction. But it started with that. So I was burnt out on art, was making beats for a while, and then I was in that. And then I made like maybe one or two songs. I think I sent you
Yeah,
those
I heard. Yeah,
songs.
I heard
Like
him.
I made literally like just in the span of maybe like 5 or 6 years. I just recorded like two songs, just messing around on a Radio Shack mic,
Mm.
and like not till like maybe the last couple of years, like the pandemic, where I feel like I got bit by the music bug, where it's like
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, I really want to do this, and I'm a fan of lyricism and just like people playing with words and like stuff you listen to a record 100 times and then you listen to it the 101 time and you find something new. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like I like that type of stuff. Just
yeah,
even with sounds, I don't know. I just like I'm like a constructor, like a builder,
yeah.
and that's just how my imagination works. So
What lyricists inspire you the most right now,
uh,
or just all time?
all time, I'm not gonna go all time. But the usual suspects. The the Pox, the Bigs, the Jays, shit,
Mm-hmm.
more recent like Daylight,
Yeah,
um, Soul, Absol,
yeah,
just like them dudes that just they put something in there and you just like, how the hell did he do that? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I love when I get that reaction, like when I react to something like that. It's like I want to do that. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And I study it, and then it's just like, okay, let me see if I can do my version of that or whatever,
yeah,
and try to just have it sound as good. But
yeah,
I mean, I'm a fan of. I check everybody out. I don't like s- you know uh, pick just one person.
yeah.
For a while when I was younger, Twister,
Mm.
the speed rapping, like that was always dope to me.
Yeah,
It's like one thing to rap fast, but the way for me Twister, like he makes it musical,
yeah,
like the cadence. He'll go fast, but it's like it's his own instrument. The speed is an instrument to me, so I just think that's dope. So that's definitely inspiration for sure.
dope. Is there any like projects you've been listening to that's taking a hold on you?
Uh oh, for sure. I can't not say Lupe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I've been stuck on Tetsu and You for since it came out,
Yeah.
and that's what 2015.
Mm.
I play it like it just came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Like I ain't gonna front. Um, Kendrick, I do play like so. We even discussed this earlier, whatever. Like with the comparisons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I feel like Kendrick is like he deduces, Lupe expands.
Mm.
That's the way I would describe them. So like Lupe will give you every single detail
Yeah.
and put it in the picture. Kendrick will take one thing out of that picture and he could make a whole album just about that by
Yeah.
itself and deduce it to that or whatever. So that's how I look at them.
Yeah.
Um, so I look at how Kendrick like puts his projects together because
Mm-hmm.
for me is the way he puts projects together is like the entendre. Like he doesn't do it necessarily. Well, he did it with that the the verse with the diss song or whatever.
Yeah.
Like with the double entendres and stuff. But he doesn't usually do that. Like all the time or whatever.
Yeah.
But like Lupe does that to the max. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
He's a
So like
very sophisticated rapper.
yeah. So I don't know. Those are two people that I look at as far
Yeah.
as just like studying and inspiration, like as of recent.
Yeah.
Um, but I listen to everybody. I've been listening to UK artists and
Really?
all types of stuff. Yeah, like just it's different to me. Like I
Uh,
just like the different sounds. So
What makes a UK artist different from a US artist?
so like even with the delivery of the bars, right? Or like their cadence. So even the way that they speak, right?
Yeah.
The accent in a way pushes them to say things in a different way.
Mm.
They might talk about the same topic we talking about, but it might sound drastically different, or you might see a neural pathway lyrically that you might not normally hear, from an American artist.
Yeah. And would you? Would you link with a UK artist?
For sure,
Nice.
for sure. Yeah, it's a couple that dude named Dave. I don't know if you heard
No, I
of him.
never heard. I don't know shit about no
No,
UK artists.
Dave. What's this? It's a guy named Nims.
I've heard of names.
Was it NEMZZ? I don't know if it's like multiple Z's up in
Yeah,
his name. I don't want
I've heard
to
that
mess
name
that up.
before.
What's the guy's name? Nux.
Nope, never heard of
Yeah,
him.
he did some work with Larry June.
Nice.
And then like Larry June, I listen to a lot of him too.
Yeah.
Like to me, Larry June, like everybody has their place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when it comes to like the music thing, like Larry June makes that it's like the everyday
Yeah.
meditation type music. Like just you on your way to work, getting ready to get your money, or you about to get your fitness together or
Yeah.
whatever. Like that's the vibe. Or if I'm on my way to a party, he got something for that or whatever. Currency,
Mm-hmm.
like those guys, I like their consistency, how they just continuously just drop and the shit be fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like that too. Like it's something that I like from every type of artist.
Yeah.
So,
Would you rather be independent like Currency, or would you rather get a label deal or work with somebody?
I wouldn't mind being independent on the fact of just freedom,
Yeah.
like doing what you want when you want, how you want. Of course, it's gonna take discipline and work ethic. I mean, with both anyway. With the whole label thing and stuff nowadays, I'm not too hot on it. Depending on, I mean, it would have to sound good, like not
Yeah.
just sound good, but it would have to be something unique where it's like, okay, that y'all not screwing your artists.
Yeah.
You're not screwing over your artists no kind of way. Contract
Mm-hmm.
wise, personally, like it would
Gotta
have
be a
to.
good fit for you.
Yeah, it would have to make sense.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
Right.
Uh,
But as far as the thing, I mean, as far as that, maybe independent. I'm
okay.
leaning more towards that. But yeah, if it was like a label situation that sounded right, that was
Yeah.
right in all ways, maybe I consider it. But
What 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 other artists, visual wise, or TV shows or videos you watched that you've been liking that's kind of inspiring you in that field?
other artists, I mean, I study. Uh, it's like the spectrum is a wide spectrum of artists.
Mm.
Like even from like local people from like Detroit,
Yeah.
like Sheefy McFly.
Yeah.
Like that dude is like he has his artistic DNA like all through Detroit.
Yeah.
I think that shit is dope. Like you just look up and it's just like some DNA on the side of on a skyscraper. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, downtown. Like that's plasma. I'm like, yo, like okay. Or he did the whole like roller rink or something. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
a basketball court or something like that. I think that's dope. Um, but even just like overseas artists, you know what I'm saying. He passed away like recently. Kim Jung Gi. This guy, he does like ink, mostly ink work.
Okay.
So he works with ink, and he'll draw on the wall and like fill the whole wall, and like with a whole like idea, like
Yeah.
he'll do like a mechanic shop,
Huh.
and it's like super detailed, like different mechanics working on different things, but he draws it from his memory.
Yeah.
He doesn't look at anything. He just
If
goes off.
Korean.
Yeah, maybe Korea. I don't want to, I don't wanna get
Yeah.
that wrong.
Can play things. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that is dope. But
That is dope.
rest in peace to him. Um, yeah, him. I mean, even from Akira
Yeah. I was just
Toriyama,
about to
rest
say
in
yeah.
peace.
Rest in peace. So what's your
He, that's the person that basically influenced me to draw.
yeah.
To be honest, when I was growing up in Detroit, um, it was a kid on my block. He was in high school, and I was like maybe in like elementary school, like maybe I'm talking like maybe third or fourth grade, and he would show me this artwork of him, like Dragon Ball Z characters, like big posters that he did with just like marker,
Yeah.
like Sharpie, and it was out cold. And I learned from him.
Yeah.
I followed him around. I grabbed my little sketchbooks, and
Yeah.
he told me what pens and stuff to get, and
Nice.
taught me how to do it. And like that's where I started. So definitely Akira Toriyama for real. Like,
How did his passing affect you?
I mean, one, it was shocking. I mean, of course, it's shocking just to lose anybody. I mean, for real,
Yeah.
it's life. Um, the fact that he was just like in the midst of working on stuff, and like it was just unexpected, real,
Yeah.
like for real. Like it was just a total shocker. You know, you think you had these, in your mind, you don't take into the fact of how um what's the word I want to say, life, like your mortality, like you don't take into account, you know what I'm saying? Like you could be here one day and not, you know what I'm saying? So like it's just like being grateful for every day.
Yeah.
So just even with losing people, man, it's wild.
Yeah.
So
Are there any more like anime or anime and like cartoon and animation things that inspired you growing up or even now?
growing up, like so beside like Dragon Ball Z, um, hmm, Akira, the actual the cartoon
Yeah.
Akira. I remember seeing that as a kid. It kind of gave me nightmares. I ain't gonna lie. As a little kid, I probably shouldn't have been watching it.
Yeah.
But like just the animation, like what tripped me out about that was like it was done in like I want to say like '88,
Yeah.
and it looked like it was done yesterday.
Yeah.
Like that trips me out. So it's like stuff like that. It's just like, yo, how was they so advanced to where like shoot just animation around is just not like really catching up to what they doing. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Man, anything, man. The old heavy metal
I
cartoons
actually
and
never
stuff.
seen heavy metal, huh? So it's worth the watch, huh?
Yeah, that and then what's his name? What's the guy's name? That did the Justice League. Not that did the movies. I'm trying to think of his name. His face. I remember people's faces, but the name is running from me.
I know who you're talking about, but his name also escapes me.
Oh, he did the Watchmen and why and 300. Why is
Kevin
it
Ford,
Snyder?
Rob Snyder,
Rob. It wasn't Rob.
Zack Snyder,
Zach. I'm,
Zack
I'm
Snyder.
about to say, I'm like, not Rob. Nah. Ain't that like the comedian dude?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm like, nah, it ain't him. Nah. But yeah, no, Zack Snyder. He got a what's that joint that came out on Netflix recently?
Sandman.
Rebel Moon. I think it's
Okay,
called
I ain't
Rebel
seen
Moon.
it.
Because he was just talking about. I seen a podcast with him on it. He was talking about his Rebel Moon movie that was on Netflix.
Yeah.
But he was talking about how he was inspired by heavy metal.
Huh.
And so, the movie was like PG-13, but I think this month actually, maybe towards the end of this month, he's releasing a director's cut where he filmed it the way that he intended it
Yeah.
because he wanted it to be like heavy metal.
Yeah.
So, heavy metal is all,
Yeah.
sexual, all this stuff. So he's coming out with the director's cut of the Rebel Moon movie and the sequel.
Nice.
So the sequel is coming out and he's doing a director's cut of the sequel.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in seeing that. But yeah, I get inspiration from everything.
Yeah.
So even just stuff that you wouldn't even think, just like appliances and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
So you a student of the universe.
yeah. So the clouds can inspire me.
Yeah.
If they sit in the right way, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I can do something with that. So
Have you had the chance to teach anybody else or anybody to get up under your wing and just see how you do stuff for a minute?
I think I'm open to that.
Yeah.
I'm not in that place now.
Yeah.
I mean, right now I'm figuring me out.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
I'm still in the process of figuring me out. I don't think. I mean, if somebody, I've had people ask me to like teach them how to draw, and I'm like, well, what are you trying to do? Like,
Mhm.
what exactly are you trying to do? Because I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I learned from YouTube. Like,
Mhm.
like a lot of stuff that I learned from YouTube. Just with everything when it comes to music, whatever. Like YouTube, man, YouTube University.
Yeah.
Like, I could direct you to something on YouTube, and I
Yeah.
have people that be like, but I want you to teach me,
Mhm.
and I'm like, that's cool. I'm like, my mind ain't there. I
Yeah.
don't want to spread myself like then or
Yeah.
whatever. But I'm open to it. But it'll have to be in the right way. Maybe like a teachable class or teachable is like a platform. Or a Squarespace, like where
Yeah.
I film it and I can like monetize it that way. And I'm like, well, if you really want to learn from me, you
Yeah.
can go there. I might do something like that. But I feel like a student. I mean, I could share the techniques that that I'm learning or that I'm dabbling in, but right now I'm figuring me out. But I'm
Yeah.
definitely open to that though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
for
hear
sure.
that. That's great. And right now, me and Rick are. So I'm writing the comic books and Rick is drawing them. So shout out to Rick for that. Cause definitely, I write crazy shit, and Rick is probably one of the few people who can really catch up with my crazy shit that I'm writing. So Rick, how do you feel about this comic book process we got going on right now?
So all over the place about it. So it's like different emotions. So it's a daunting task. Like, you know,
Definitely.
I mean, I'm used to just doing like pieces of art, or it's just
Yeah.
like a one off. Like I'm drawing this picture, knock that out. You know, like maybe like the book covers I did for you,
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I'm used to that. So it's like my first time really dabbling in telling a whole like narrative
Yeah.
story. So I might overthink it at times, but like trying to figure out, turning your script into that, that piece, the getting the page setting right. It's like a bunch of technical stuff
Yeah.
that I gotta like think about with it. But from a creative space, I'm excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like taking like what you write and then just visualizing, like seeing the image of what you like, oh, what would that look like? And then I kind of look at it like a movie. So I'm reading your script and I'm like, okay, so what angle would that be shot from? And that's how I have to think when I'm drawing. So it's like, okay, I got to sketch this out or whatever. But it's gonna be a very technical process. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Is that shit scary, man? Cause I
Scary because it's new.
yeah.
Because I never did it before for
Yeah.
real.
And I'm only speaking from the perspective of a writer. I can hardly write my own fucking name. So when it always came down to people who
You write whole stories. What you talking
I mean
about?
with a pen
Oh, you talking about
with a pencil
artistically
and
with
some
it?
paper, oh no, it's horrible. I
Oh,
was voted worst handwriting unanimously.
but with everything in life is just repetition, bro.
Yeah,
That's it.
I don't know.
You can draw like me. It's repetition. If I
So, yeah.
showed you the right lessons or whatever, and I told you to repeat that shit every
Mhm.
day, repeat this for 5 minutes a day,
Yeah.
like J. Cole with the 7 minute drills that he did. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
see, I also like as far as inspiration, I watch interviews. I like to watch like documentaries and interviews of just people, talking about their process,
Yeah.
and I like to get the gems from it.
Yeah.
So like with Cole, like I don't know if people know that, like why the track is called 7 minute drill. He wrote it in 7 minutes. So if he said some stuff that was like off the wall, it's kind of like, or people may not agree with, it's like it's not like he sat down and thought about that shit for
Mhm.
like it was probably like a daily journal entry,
Yeah.
to be honest with you. But on a when he was I explained when he was dropping the off season,
Yeah.
how he do the documentaries and stuff. He was talking about the 7 minute drills and how he trained himself every day. And he said that's how he upped his pen game.
Yeah.
So it's just repetition. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, repetition. I heard Wayne say that in his documentary when he was looking in the camera,
Yeah.
leaned out and shit, say what you want about the other stuff, but he was just looking in the camera like repetition.
Yeah.
Repetition. I'm like, oh, I hear you.
Yeah.
Repetition. That's it. You
I'm
want to get good at anything? Repetition.
yeah.
So
I'm personally and I can speak for myself. I'm just scared to get into it because I haven't been doing it, and yeah, it just I always psych myself out
what as far as drawing,
drawing and stuff like
I
that.
mean, again, with anything, when you first do something, you're not gonna like it,
Mm-hmm.
right? All you can do is just take the thing that you like and try to imitate it.
Yeah.
Start there, and then learn skills, and then come back to that thing that you started with, and then see how good it is now after you spent that time doing it.
Facts. Everything you just said is 100% facts, and it's not debatable. But I'm still letting you do all the drawing.
For sure.
You need me to? I can color some shit for you. I can color some shit for you, bro.
That's drag and drop. That ain't no skill.
So what are things that you consider skills in this artistic realm?
Artistically, perspective. So perspective of whatever it is that you're
Mm-hmm.
drawing. You know, I guess it's all perspective, the angles and whatnot. Value, like
Yeah.
shading, light to dark. Um, what is it? Composition, just how everything's sitting. You know what I'm saying? Like just
Yeah.
the overall picture, what you're trying to communicate,
Mm.
and are you communicating it properly? So it's like if I know I'm communicating this properly, then I can go wild
Yeah.
creatively. I can like, okay, I'm gonna add this
Mm.
detail and that detail. But once I have all those basic things in place where I feel comfortable that I'm conveying the message, whatever it is, whether it's my own artwork or a scene from one of your stories, as long as I got the composition right and I know that I'm conveying clearly what you wrote,
Mm.
we good. Or
Yeah.
even just an idea that I have. So
What are some shit you just don't like when it come down to
don't like.
artistry or just negative skills? You might see some shit and everybody else might like it. You'd be like, no, that shit ain't it. At least from your POV.
Uh I mean, at the end of the day, it's all objective. I think we all dabble with that. Like
Yeah.
our opinion and then this objectivity. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be art that I might look at and I'll be like, okay, that's a splash on the wall. I don't get it. I don't. That's dope that it's worth $10 million.
Yeah.
I don't know why. If you could explain it to me, like, sure, that might not click with me,
Hmm.
but hey, get it how you live. If it work, if it
If it
happened to,
works.
I mean, right? If you was able to, well, hopefully the artist is alive to enjoy that $10 million and they not dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, certain things like that, the splashes on the wall, I guess, where it's just like I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah.
Like this is dope. To me, this is dope. This is not like just a splash on the wall. It's like accent
Yeah.
to the room. It brings everything together. Like
Hmm.
I don't look at this like that. But just I feel like the pretentious stuff where it's just like a person just takes a crayon and marks the wall. $10,000.
Nah,
Like,
I
oh
agree.
man,
That makes no sense to me.
yeah,
I guess they say it's not what you know, it's who you know. So
that and that part,
if you know somebody who know people willing to buy some shit like
right?
that,
And I even understand it from the aspect of investment. Like you can
hmm
dump your money into it and hold it, just like jewelry. You buy a piece of jewelry and it's like, well, shit, I just buy this and use it as a insurance thing. So if I'm
yeah,
down and out, I can just melt this bitch down and get the bread from it. So
that makes
yeah,
a lot of sense. Rick, what's your end game when it comes down to all of this stuff? Like, where would you like for your art to take you at the end?
all over the world. Yeah, all over the world. Um, see different types of people, life, um, and creativity is like breathing to me. So, like, my dream is just kind of even if it's living off the artwork, but just being financially free in
Yeah,
general. You know what I'm saying? So, just being financially free and just being able to create
yeah,
and create as much as possible till I'm out this realm. You feel me?
yeah.
So
As freely, yes, like you said, as freely as possible. You don't want to be constrained by nothing.
yeah, and that's like so like that's another thing like with the comic book.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think about that too because it's like once you do something and people see that you do that thing, they
Mm.
assume that that's what you do. Like
Yeah,
that's it. So it's like I mean, we've had it with with you telling people like, oh yeah, he doing my comic book or whatever, and you might show some of the artwork, and they're like, oh, I want my comic book drawn,
mm-hmm.
and it's like, I don't know if I want to be just a comic book, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
just relegate to just comic book artists or whatever, because that takes a lot of work.
yeah,
And
definitely.
hey, once I get in the midst of it, and we finish what we got working on, the beginning, because it's
Mm-hmm.
just the beginning. Once we finish up what we got going on, I might look at it and be like, yo, you know what? I got the bug. I might want to take up some more stories, or I might
Yeah,
want to tell my own stories, or whatever. So I can't,
yeah.
I can't like never say never on that. So
Mm.
yeah,
What are there any jobs that you don't like to do? Like, for somebody was to get you on some freelance shit, what type of jobs kind of make you ass itch?
uh, I kind of like stepped away. Like I literally kind of just whatever you ask me to do, or like like some close friends or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If they got something that they need designed or sketched up real quick, I'm cool with that. I'm kind of shying away from the whole freelance type stuff. Really depends on what it is.
Yeah,
Like it has again that has to be a perfect scenario. Um, because I understand again people have opinions, right? And everything's objective. I've dealt with I've dealt with some people where it's like, what I'm saying, they send you all over the world, change all these details up, and you spend hours and hours on something
yeah,
only to go back to what you originally drew. It's like, oh yeah, that first one you did, give me that. I'm like, I could have been working on something else, bro.
yeah,
And that's where my irritation comes in.
yeah,
That make your ass itch.
yeah.
That right there. Like
How much of this art is a people business?
what? Like my art. Like
Yeah, because like you said, you do a lot of stuff for yourself, and at a time you did a lot for people. Like,
well, I'll be honest. At the time, I was doing it for the wrong reason.
hmm,
I was doing it for the money.
yeah,
Like where it was like, okay, I know how to draw. I can make logos for people.
yeah.
And once I started doing it, I was like, I hate this.
You got burnt out.
it wasn't not even just burnt out. I was just like, I hate this. Well, at the time, I probably didn't have like the proper equipment to
Mm-hmm.
work with or whatever. But even then, just having the proper, it's like I don't like this.
Yeah.
Like I can't spend my time doing something that I don't like. It doesn't fulfill me. I'm like, I'd rather be drawing like a full blown picture or something with some, like a
Yeah.
whole idea instead of just doing this like logo or whatever. Like, and I love being able to help people, so that was part of it. But it was like a money kind of influence
Yeah.
thing, and I noticed that in myself. So I was like, let me back away from that
Yeah.
and let me curate my own portfolio of work. So that's what I'm in the middle of now,
Mm.
and with what we're
Yeah.
doing, I want to curate the body of work and the message that I want to put
Yeah.
out there in the world. So
And did that put you in a better mental space? Taking that step back
oh, for
from
sure,
that and doing that?
it's like a weight lifted off your shoulder,
Yeah.
and it was just like certain projects that I took on from other people, and blessed them. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of made me realize it's like I don't want to do this. Like, and I don't have no problem like being commissioned to do something. Maybe you want a piece done.
Yeah.
Let's say you like my artwork and you really mess with it and you want a piece done. I got you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not just really like pushing that.
Yeah.
I want to more so curate my own artwork, my own story with my artwork, and then sell that. So it's like
Yeah.
if you messing with that, cool. And then if somebody really just they want something from me, then we could talk about that.
Yeah, but it gets to the point where after you got all your shit together, how you want your shit together, and now somebody wants something, them big bucks.
Yeah,
You get no ifs, ands, or buts around it. Like
yeah,
you want a commission piece, you're gonna have to come off that 10
right.
bands and
And it's going you. I'm gonna give you maybe two or three changes. Like
mm,
you want to change something around. Okay, cool. But don't have me flip stuff around. Like I've literally had people. I've worked on things for hours on end, days on end, and they hit me up and say, "Yeah, I want to go over here. Take me over here
yeah,
across the world." And I'm like, "Bruh, like I already got to your destination here.
yeah,
Now you want to go over there?"
yeah,
They like, I mean, and then they might hit you with the I pay you for it, I pay you
mm,
extra or whatever, and I'm like, all right, cool, but I don't want to be slaved to that.
yeah,
I like the freedom.
yeah,
My big thing is freedom, just the freedom to do what I want to do when I want to do it.
yeah,
So one day it might just be music, another day it might just be art, another day it might be a little of both.
yeah.
Yeah, another day it might be something completely outside of that. You know what I'm saying? So
Do you do anything outside of the rapping, producing, mixing, mastering, and the drawing, painting, art?
um, just at the moment, just more so just focusing on myself right now,
Yeah,
like getting myself together. Like I said, everything in this particular moment is kind of like coming together for me. Um, people say the universe, like synchronistically, like
yeah,
everything's kind of coming together. I'm like, yo, okay, that's my signature. Okay, this is my style.
mm-hmm.
Okay, this is what I want to do. I'm like, oh shit, this is coming together the way I want it. I want to do it. So that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So
And how Sheefy has the DNA and how like Phil has the smiles.
yeah, Phil with the Baltimore Gallery. I used to go there a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you,
Like I those guys are definitely inspirations. Like just to have the thing that you're known for,
yeah.
right? So I guess, and then even Sheefy with the music. He do
Yeah.
music and
Yep,
stuff
he
as well,
does.
right? DJ and everything, right? So just like being the Renaissance man.
Yeah.
Like I want to be my version of a Renaissance man,
Yeah.
basically.
Do you have a signature painting or a signature thing like they do? Are you working on one of those?
Yeah, I'm looking for that.
You're looking for it.
I'm looking
Okay.
for it. Like style wise, I've settled on a style,
Mm-hmm.
but like signature, like how
Like that
like I know
thing.
like Sheaf got the cubism, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then with the Smile brand,
Mm-hmm.
you got that or whatever with that style.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I stumbled on that type of thing yet,
Mm.
and I don't know if it is that type of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to like copy or whatever, but just whatever I stumble upon, I'm open to it.
Yeah. And
But I'm
that's
still I got the idea in terms of what I want to put out, and the style might change,
yeah.
and then I might derive it from the response that people give me. So
Are you
it
down
depends.
to do murals and stuff like that if the time ever calls for it?
Uh, yeah, but not. I'll be honest, not
Not
really,
right now.
not
This
right
ain't the
now.
time for it.
More so, just thinking of the logistics of it. That's all.
Yeah.
Just like how to do it. I know they got like different like technology. I feel like
Mm.
technology is finally caught up to me,
Yeah.
to like the ideas in my head. So like I can get projectors and project the art on the wall, and stencil it out, and all that good stuff.
Mm.
So I'm open to it, but right now, nah, it's
Yeah.
not the focus. But I'm open to it,
Yeah. So right now you're really in your selfish zone.
pretty much. Yeah,
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
What else? I don't think I got too much for you, Rick. Once again, I appreciate you, bro.
Oh
You,
yeah,
you
no.
always come through for me.
You know, this
So,
experience, man. This is new. I ain't, I'm on camera. Court stenographers over there. You know what I'm saying?
I
Feel
hope
like a deposition. You know
hope
what I'm
your
saying?
hope your first interview went well. So
No, I like it.
me and Rick talk a lot, but I've never actually like had one of these interviews with him. Like I said, Rick did the cover of my second book. He did a lot of images from that. 'Cause Rick is
I wish I could redo that.
man. Trust me. I want to redo the whole book. So
Oh, for sure.
I pushed it too soon.
I'm with it,
I wasn't where I needed to be.
but I guarantee you learn something from it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
I definitely learned something from it.
so
But
that's the point.
I'm gonna get back to it.
For sure.
Is there anything you want to leave us with? Anything that the people need to know?
If you want to check me out, on Instagram, Ricky Schiff, all together, RICKY Schiff, SHIFT. Even with my name, so like the name Ricky Schiff, I came up with a meaning behind it. Ricky is rise in consciousness, knowing yourself, and shift is shaping how I form thought.
Hmm.
So that's like the meaning behind my name, and I feel like that's the meaning that I want to incorporate into my artwork.
Yeah.
Whatever I do, it's like I want to, I want to put a question in people's minds. That's
Nice.
it. Make you ask yourself a question, or make you think about something that you can kind of walk off with, and it might help you out in life. So,
Nice. Last thing, and it's not an important question at all. Pick any place to go in the world and pick any woman to go with.
hmm, place, place, and that's another thing. I'm like I'll be looking on YouTube and stuff, like looking at places, place, and I haven't like traveled, and I need to do more of that. Um, place, Sausalito. I think it's like in like Cali.
Mm.
It's like a version of Italy, kind of like
Really?
yeah, but it's like out in Cali.
Okay.
Um, Singapore. I think I told you that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, Singapore. I want to check out, and then like, of course, I want to see like the landmarks, like Egypt and things of that nature. Woman, shit, Pam Grier, shit. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, Pam Grier. But yeah, whatever young lady that is divinely synchronized with me at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with that.
Nice. Nice.
I go with that as my answer.
Nice. Nice. Good answer. Well, I want to say thank y'all. Thanks Jay. Thanks Dave. Thanks Rick. Thanks My Place Studios. It's your boy Xavier Jones. Signing out with Life's a Beautiful Thing. Have a good night.